Alright, with the all-important B-main, top 6 cars will transfer through to the A-main. Matthew Reid on pole position, Timmy Hutchins alongside him, Chris Campbell, Ashley Scott, Rusty Hickman, Corey McCulloch. They're the top 6 at this stage. Charles Hunter, Braden Parr, Terry Kelly and the rest of the field looking for one of those 6 positions to get through to the important final. This, of course, brought to us courtesy of Eliminator Racewings, as we saw Timmy Hutchins in the Tasmanian 7 getting the early jump over Matthew Reid. Brett Milburn, he's got some work to do. As I said, defending series champion. He didn't expect to be back this deep in the B main, actually starting out at position number 14. So he's got a lot of work to do to get to the front, to make it, well, to the top 6 at least, to get into the A main, to start off his defence of his title. So Milburn trying to work forward. Knows he's got a few laps here to try to do something. About 15 laps, so probably about 12 or so to go. But still out front, it is that man, Timmy Hutchins, the Tasmanian Tiger. Matty Reid, second place. Chris Campbell, Corey McCulloch, who also got his first ever sprint car feature win at Simpson. But it was earlier in the season to Tim Van Ginniken. And a couple of other big solid results for Corey McCulloch also throughout the season last year. So Reid back there in second place in the 92, still trying to find his feet. Get the finesse is what you lose when you're out of the car. You don't lose your speed, you lose your finesse, and you tend to fight the car. You grip the wheel extra tight and you fight it in every movement, as we see Hutchins get the thing up onto one wheel there as he hooked a rut. Matty Reid, have a look at that, just found right then a nicer line, a mid to high track line that is much smoother, as you can see for yourself there as we go down into turn number 3. So let's see what he can do now. He's come off the bottom. Most people are running around the bottom on the pole line, including our race leader Timmy Hutchins, where Matthew Reid's always been a little bit of a thinker and an experimenter, and he's found a line. And look at that, the car is just so much more settled and smooth. Settled means smooth, and it also means fast. You can see for yourself he's closing in on the back of our race leader, who's coming up to the lap traffic. Oh, disaster for Hutchins. He's run into Scotty Riley as he's come up to lap him. He's given the wall a big whack, and he also collected Matthew Reid on the way through. As you can see in the vision there, a side panel of the 92 wing is sitting on the racetrack. As we see Timmy Hutchins, the Tasmanian champion, still lying on the side. We've gone red. We can see damage to the fence, and we can't see any movement out of the Tassie Tiger there in the car. The crash crew on the scene. Here we go, slow motion replay. Riley comes up to dice with the other lap car of Stephen Spark. And just as that happens, Riley's a little out of shape. Tim Hutchins arrives at a great rate of knots, runs over the left rear of Riley, car bounces, bites in, starts flipping. There's Matthew Reid. Bang, look at it, tear the side panel off the wing of Matthew Reid into the fence, damage to the fence, and no doubt a lot of damage to the race car. Unfortunate bad luck for Tim Hutchins. So Matthew Reid, as he wasn't the cause of the stoppage and he didn't stop, he gets to restart at the front. He's got 6 laps to try to hang on with his crippled race car. Have a look at it. Great publicity for Tritech Lubricants. The left side wing panel torn right off, the wing all askew. Matthew will give it everything. He never gives up, this young fella. But can he do it? Is the car in good enough condition for him to hang on? At least he's got to finish in the top 6. And he needs to try to hang on here. He will do everything he can, but without being dangerous. So Chris Campbell now sitting back there in the box seat in second place. Corey McCulloch, Rusty Hickman. These guys are all looking pretty comfortable. They'll be looking at that crippled car going, yeah, we'll get him, don't worry. We've got the laps. But Reid is able to lead them away, but as you can see, as soon as he got to the rough stuff there, probably not having the confidence now to run that harder, faster mid-track line that he just discovered. And Chris Campbell gets past him. Wow, that car would probably be a little spooky right now. But Reid manfully racing on, as is Chris Campbell, former Australian number 2 in AMCA Nationals. Technically, in my book, he was the Australian champion, as the guy who beat him across the line was later found to have a mechanical infringement. The title was taken off him, given to Chris Campbell, but then an appeal was placed and was given back to the other competitor. But anyway, that's the way it goes. As we see, Matthew Reid now absolutely struggling. He's just been swamped. He's back to about 7th position. He's out of a transfer now, as we look at the rest of the guys trying to make their way forward. Sam Wren is up there. Brett Milburn now, I think, also into a transfer position, so that's a great effort by Brett. Coming out of 14th, there's our race leader, Chris Campbell, in the 78. One more lap clicked off for the young fella out of Wild. That's W-Y-L-D-E. It's a little country suburb, sort of out towards Romsey, near Sunbury, over the back of the Melbourne airport, more or less, and a little further out. Anyway, the MAC Fire Systems 78 doing a great job out front. She comes around to lap Darren Clark and the DC's car carriers entry. McCulloch, though, closing in on the back of Campbell there with a little bit of an aid from lap traffic, but Campbell's cleared the lap car and is able to open up that gap in a little bit. Look at him bouncing through the little bit of rough track there. And as I said before, the track is just a little rough due to the weather conditions. We've gone yellow there.